Up live, and because I just don't really feel like setting up the PS3 or anything else, I'm just gonna do some more Satisfactory tonight. Also not helped in the slightest by the fact that I was just playing on my Switch 5 minutes ago, but you know, trying to get stuff done in a timely manner in RNG is just like, nah. You got all night, clearly, so why do you need to do this quickly? I got a fucking stream to do, that's why. I guess I could have just skipped on the stream. I did briefly consider it, but... I'm here. So, yeah. Satisfactory. Let's finish that Heavy Modular Frame Factory. Because... it's close enough. It's close enough. But... I don't know. It should be doable. It's just going to be interesting trying to fit everything in because I'm rapidly running out of platform space. And I'm still not done. In fact, the platform space I have is already allocated, and I need more space for more constructors. So, yeah. How many constructors can we fit there? That was 9. Okay, I counted right. Guess if I have 2 sets, that might work. Anyway, let's get into the game or something. I don't know. Why do you always appear over there? Actually, I know why you appear over there. Anyway, hopefully hopefully OBS actually picks up on the capture sooner rather than later, because I'm getting tired of having to deactivate and reactivate it just for it to actually start capturing. It should be capturing by now, mind you. There's the coil line. And I know it's that because it gets loaded up, and then as soon as this sort of thing happens, where it's on a loading screen, which I know you still can't see, it stops happening, and then the world loads in, and it's back. Yay, coil line! Not even pushing it that hard either, only 60 FPS. Alright, fine. Today, please. Oh, just as I went to toggle it again, it showed up. So, yeah, am I missing things? Hopefully not, because, probably. Yeah, in fact, is that going to be enough iron plates to get through 30 constructors plus all these assemblers, among other things? Doubtful? Doubtful. Let's see, screw the map. How many of these assemblers do I need? Actually, what assemblers even are these? What assemblers are these? These are the stitched plates. Okay, so these must be these. Must be the modular frames. Did I set any of these? Yes, modular frame. Oh, I need 36 of these. Let's see, I've currently got these 4 deep here. That'd be 8. 16. I need another 4 plus an extra 1 on each. So I don't know if that's right alt or left alt. Why are you flowing? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. It's very... Go sit over there. Okay, so it's flowing backwards. Which makes sense. If I do that... Yeah. How long until I run out of resources? Very soon, by the looks of it. Right, that's something I'm doing here. Okay. Come on, select the belts. Okay, now redo this. That is left alt. And I'm out of rotors. I brought too many motors by the looks of it. I have more than enough cable. Alright, left again. Left because it goes on the left side of these stacks, and then alt because it doesn't have the outputs. So, alternate output. I could obviously have it configured multiple ways, but this is the way I've been doing it. So that is 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, aka 8 times 4 is 32. I need 36, so obviously gotta build out these again. That's alright. And I haven't done any of the outputs for the most part. Top goes to the right. I'm not used to doing it from this angle, so obviously I won't be using Mark 1 belts the entire way down. That's just placeholders so that I can quickly upgrade them in the future. Well, that's now 9 times 4, which makes, you guessed it, 36, exactly what I need. Stupid game. Alright, now before I go setting up all the outputs, let's get... It's not steeled frame, it's... Yeah, it is modular frame, I just haven't made the rods yet. Actually, hold on, I've got a macro for this. Put that up on Monday. Run up and down the rows while the macro is spamming Control V. Spamming it far faster than I could ever reasonably spam it while running, so that's nice. Now, I'm going to be outputting a total of 72 modular frames per minute with this setup, so I am not concerned about belt speed at all here. So as a minute, when I actually do eventually belt this all up, which I'm not going to do as I go along most likely, because that will take a while. Versus this, I can basically just, you know, run down the center sort of thing, or slowly jump along the center. Go back and belt it up and then wire it all up as well. Fortunately, if you just look at the machine with a belt like this, it's pretty good about placing the belt into any splitters or mergers directly beside it, which is why I can literally just do that and double click and it works. Sometimes it has issues, namely if you don't actually click on the machine itself, from my experience, and I'm out of iron plates. Oh boy, well... I still gotta do something with this output here. So actually, stop kiosk. This is one way to do it, and this will also clear this line up a little bit. You can see that the ingots are staggered slightly to get the ideal output speed, which currently the thing is reading 0 back there, but after a minute it should update to be roughly 432. It might not quite be there just because I might not have started it right at the top of the minute. Yeah, 217. Let's just get a fair bit, because I can craft them really quickly, and I'm gonna need a fair amount of plates, so rather than run back up to the northeast, let's just do this. One right beneath it should be 5... No... No, that one actually should be 400, and yet it's only reading in the 350s. It's interesting. I do see it staggered a bit. Maybe stuff is backstuffing. I do wonder what this is going to end up at. 326. Did that update, or was it not in the 50s before? Yeah, 383 out of 432, considering I stopped it a little bit early. Not surprising. Iron plates. They can make 400. That's going to take a while, right? Well, actually. And crafting 25 times faster than normal. And it's done. Excellent. Well, let's go back over here. It was this one, right? No, it was the other one. Yep, right there, in fact. Alright, I already set those up. Cool! So I don't have to mess with the outputs now. Meanwhile, these take 12 per minute there and 3 per minute there, making 108 plates per minute. And where are those plates? I now know that they're like right here, and that's it. Because it's literally just these assemblers that are producing them, because that's, well, 5.625, yep, times that many. So that's gonna be a Mark II belt. Do I want to go under? Not really. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that. you can come forward to there. And then you can go to there. Come this way. And then in like that. That clears. It totally clears. Even if it doesn't clear, it clears, so don't worry about it. Okay, so this needs the reinforced iron plates. Which, I mean... Yeah, you know, on second thought, let's not even bother with that. Because they literally just need to go to right here. And then the iron... Why am I looking at a splitter? The iron rods are the other piece. I love it when it just works out to be an even number of machines. Like, literally, 36 assemblers, no need to mess with the clock speed or anything. It's just good to go. So... What's 12 times 9? 12 times 9 is, what, 108? So I will need Mark II speed belts, but on the reinforced iron plates... I guess the easiest way is... Yeah, 108. There you go. And then 108 divided by 4 is 27. Upgrade the top belt. Oh, 24, 36, 48, 60. Mark II from there. God, there are so many white lines. I wish there weren't so many white lines. Yeah, so only 3 were Mark IIs. Only 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now, of course, in the middle it gets a little bit more complicated. Divided by 2 is still 54, but 432 divided by 2 is 216. So the top one's going to need to go all the way up to Mark III's. That should be exactly 120, I believe, and then Mark III's from there. Right? Oops. Yep. Math checks out. Alright. Before I forget this, let's do this part of it. Thought I missed one. That was a little ahead of the normal spot, but that's alright. Do it here as well. Doing real good with these landings. Okay, so these all have the recipes set, they're all wired up. They all have their inputs and outputs done. It's just a matter of this. Thinking of how I want to do this. And I've got ample space here. I guess I could just split it off. Like, bring this all the way to the center, basically. Missing reinforced. Missing reinforced? I don't think so. That's the center line. Kiosk, I don't know. I can't do an easy four-way split short of doing my normal thing, so let's do that instead. Ooh, fancy. Fancy! Like it. Oh joy, kiosk. Well, hopefully you can get that sorted ASAP. Because, yeah, that ain't fun. So it's simple. One belt goes in, 4 belts go out. Not there, apparently. I gotcha. Oh, it still sucks then. There we go. You go there. Just bring it to the top level, right? No, that's a horrible idea. Yeah, because I already said the iron rods were going on top. Why the weird merge? Because the center is getting 1. So literally, I can just... bring this as a Mark II belt. Here. And bring you as a Mark I belt. And then the Mark II belt goes straight in. Wait, what? No, this should still be a Mark I. No need for Mark IIs here. It's interesting that that's... No, I guess that makes sense. That goes in there. Then you continue along over to here. Except we're gonna go to there. And straight into there. Does this belt need to be elevated this entire way? No. Does it cost me anything extra? No. Well, maybe that costs a bit extra than just, you know, doing that, but not going all the way. Well, actually... 5 versus... Yeah, no, it doesn't cost me anything extra to do that. Well, I guess technically the pole there does, but like that's so cheap it doesn't even matter. Be real. Yep, horrible flashing, I know. Don't do that. Yeah, no, I definitely don't want to push it that far. And get over to this one. Okay, now, how much room do I have here? I'm glad it registered my HP input. But it didn't, but it did. One, two, three, just about 4, so I have just enough space for what I need to do. Except I'm missing iron plates again. God damn it. Tiny little bit. There is rock down there, but there's a tiny little bit that does go down. This, on the other hand, goes down as well, so we're just gonna cover that over, and in fact, just at this point, just cover it completely. Okay, right, like I said. Need more iron plates, so guess where we're going. I think the way I want to do this is just send this over to here so that it gets up on top of another belt that's already going. And now just pick up for a while. This is gonna be a minute. I could technically get a slightly faster feed if I went to like the raw iron belts, but one, that would disrupt the iron smelting, whereas this is not disrupting that. This is actually helping it because it's ensuring that there's not a backlog for a little bit, since this obviously isn't being used at the moment. And two, I don't then have to craft the raw ore into iron ingots. I can just go straight from ingots to plates. Oh. The speed lost with picking up a slightly slower output of only up to 432 a minute instead of 480 a minute. Looks like it actually might be registering at the moment. I am just, I'm making up that time by not having to do a secondary craft. Yeah, 432. Actually was registering that. Bottom one wasn't where it should be, but that's whatever. And again, I have this handy little mod down here so that I don't have to worry about things and stuff. I don't know. Words are hard. I don't have to worry about this taking nearly as long. Okay. I guess I needed 900 instead of 800, didn't I? Whatever. I don't need the full 600 plates. Okay, so that's 16. That's more than I need. If I'm gonna do 2 sets. How? No good way to do this, right? Yeah. Well, what I could do, I guess... If I wanted to do roughly 29 in 2 rows, that would be almost 15 deep, which I'm not fitting here. I can go up to like 12, but not 15. 3 is almost 10, which I can do. I think that might be the best way to do it. No, there we go. What a nuisance. Come on, there we go. Okay. I guess technically these don't have to be Mark IIIs, right? Because they're already at 7, so just do that. The only reason why I don't want this one to be a Mark II is because I need to be able to connect it into something. So that one needs to be a Mark III. let's set the recipe. These are just straight up iron rods. Nope, that's not the right button. That is. There we go. Well, that's certainly one way to do it. Oh, it didn't work that time. I don't know what's with this, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Iron rods, but one will be at 80% instead of 100. I have a double and a single input. It requires 15 per input. 15, 30, 45, 60, 35, 90, 105, 120, which makes the other one go up to 240. So 30, 60, 90, 120. Right, I already did that one. 50, 180, 210, 240 it should be. $240 being here. Whoopsies. Sorry for that. Except this one is actually one whatever. Actually, no, I forgot something. Note how that is only 24. Yeah, I could just paste it, but whatever. Look, I'm already done. So that would be 270, 300, and then not quite 330. 120. Go to the splitter that doesn't exist, which is now facing the wrong way. So then that would be 135. Well, if I do another split it more or less 3 ways, merge 2 of them, and then go from there, it should be fine. Down here, That should work. And then a block module just to make it look nice. Because now it's actually a box, basically. I could have the double-sided one on one side versus the other, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, well, that's fine. $144. There, it's supported by that dinky little stand. It works though. Wish it would actually give me the snap line that I want to see. Oh, wait. I'm going to the output, not the input there. That's really good on me. Oh, that's too much. Again, the snap line's not showing up. Whee! I think I'm going to do the same sort of thing here, except it's going to be 2 inputs, 4 outputs, obviously. You know, I'm doing the same thing here, more or less, so why not just do that? Provides a little bit more space underneath. Get rid of the ingots. Nice Z fighting! Yay! Always love to see that. I haven't actually done anything with the outputs yet, so I should probably do that. 30, 60, 90, 120, 50, 180, 210, 240, 270, and then Mark 4 after that, because that's all that actually matters. Doesn't matter how much it's outputting, just that it is outputting that much. 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105, 120, and then that's a Mark 3. Okay. So let's do another one of these doodads that I barely have enough modular frames for. Sure, why not right here? No, that's too close. That is once again too close. this about? Why? Oh, okay. I just got pinged in Discord. Apparently it's because they've stopped signing iOS 17.0 and 17.01, as well as 16.6.1. No longer downgrade to iOS 16, iOS 17. Okay, Apple. Still cool. Why was streamer mode not on? Figured it was the bot again. Nope, wasn't the bot. Okay. Fortunately, you guys can't hear that. Well, that's good at least. I think what I'm gonna do is something similar to what I did before. Have to have it like right there, I guess. And then these two can just... Hell, this one might be able to just... Yeah, sure, why not? It's a little jank, but who cares? What do I actually want these to be doing? Let's back out so I can see. So it's 432 iron rods a minute. We've already done this. Divided by 3, divided by 2. 216. I wouldn't be able to do this, right? This definitely clips. Oh yeah, it very much clips. Well there, now it didn't clip. Although maybe, hear me out on this. Maybe I don't do that. Because then I can do this. So it splits around those belts, comes back together here, allows this output to come straight out, which again is going to go over that way somehow. Probably underneath. And then this just keeps going, right? And then that feeds in. You can come over here, drop down, come straight over to here and in, and we're good. Don't need more than a Mark II here. Be exactly 7 by the time that everything's routed. I should have just seen a small bump up. Oh boy, we are We are within 200 megawatts of the max consumption matching, or exceeding, really, the output. My current power output. That's not great. Yeah, I don't want to fall down there again. I'm gonna need all those. Now, I don't think that's gonna be aligned well for the manufacturer. I mean, it's good enough. No power what, RB? Because if you're talking about all the assemblers over there, I'm well aware. Not powering them up yet. That's as close as you can get, and that's not really enough room. Which is why I wasn't going to do that, because I need all the space I can get. I'm gonna do that. Oh, I should generate more power. Yeah, that's the idea. We'll get to it. So that one works, that one doesn't, but this actually should be perfectly spaced such that in theory those should be connected, and yeah, they are. Yeah, RB, I can imagine. As far as I'm aware, I've not been in that position, so yeah, that sucks, dude. You know, I have plenty of space. I'm gonna give myself... No, wait. Never mind, I forgot I need 10, not 6. You know, if I could fit 6/10 of one in there, I probably would be able to get away with not removing those. Next break. Break already, eh? Here. Take that. That. Take. Oh, store. Take that. Sort. There we go. That's now moved out of the way. That goes there. And this is like barely fitting in, but there's just enough room here, and realistically I could probably move these down a bit. So like, instead of being right there, I could have it say right there. Which I think is what I do want it to be. did not align. There we go. But that's gonna have to wait until after the break, because it is time to take a break. There we go. And so yeah, I'm just gonna take a few minutes to stand up, stretch, and get away from the computer just as the AC turns off. How wonderful. I'm gonna play some ads while I'm away. It's the only time during the stream that I do so. That way there will be no pre-rolls for the next hour, and also no mid-rolls for the next hour. So, no ads during gameplay, which is the idea of running ads in the first place, because they make me fuck all, honestly. So, yeah, and most of you have subs still at this point, thanks to Dingleberry. Some of you might have done it of your own volition, but yeah. Regardless, a lot of people have subs at the moment, so don't even have to worry about the ads. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna take a few minutes, get away from the computer, and when I come back, we'll continue working on this factory. I think we should be able to finish it up in the next hour. In theory. I mean, it literally just finished these up and route the cables and the belts, but anyway, here be. Alrighty, I am back, and let's just get back to it, shall we? Nothing more really to say than that. So that's where they were. Just in time for an autosave, and that's where they are now. Definitely leaves me a bit more space over here, which is good. Now this factory obviously is nothing special in terms of the number of heavy modular frames that it's going to produce. It's only a Mark I belt, still. You are being pasted, right? Yes. Just didn't see the thing flashing. Okay. But it's still 27 per minute, which, as far as I can recall, is the most I've ever made in a single factory. So it's not like it's a small amount. It may not be the largest amount, but it's still not nothing. Well, I built a factory that was probably not too much smaller than this. It probably was smaller, but not by a ton. Built it over that away, closer to where the coal nodes actually are. And, well, I didn't use as many resources, and I also didn't use any water. So no refineries were used, which means that I was only producing like 7 or 8 per minute. But, yeah, we're gonna be doing 27. Although I will need to set one of these to 60%. Sure, why not? Nice. How do I want to do this? I have an idea. I don't think this will save me any time in the long run, but it'll save me I don't have the modular frames. Really? Of all the things to be missing, it's modular frames. And I don't have any over here. Okay, great. You're back stuffed at this point? Yeah. You can act. These things are slow, only 2 a minute. Oh, I never sped up the input belts and spots. Thought I had. No, I had. I was just looking at the wrong thing. Did I speed up the outputs, though? No, because I'm only producing 72 per minute. And it won't actually hit 72 per minute until they're merged. So, yeah. Anyway, let's just do it this way. The bulk of the resources are coming from this direction, so I think it was right there, right? Yeah, that looks even to me. What I was gonna do was I was gonna go blueprint this. Blueprint that. Because this is gonna be tedious. Now, the problem I have is that, well, screw it. I'll just do it this way to simplify things. Longer trip, but whatever. So this is the encased industrial beams. That's actually Mark II built. That just feeds straight in. So it's a Mark IV and a Mark III. Wow, really? Come in the center of there. That should just about be enough space, right? And then if I did this, this is gonna be a Mark II. And now I just need to go down there and figure out where all my inputs are. Kinda hate doing this. Of course, if I had a hover pack, I wouldn't mind nearly as much, but I don't, because that's locked behind aluminum for some stupid reason. Over there. Okay, so it's on this line right here. That doesn't mean that that line will continue along, but it does. Cool. No, a little too close. Go to there. Then this. Come out to here. Bring it up. Bring it down, and there we go. That's those heavy modular frames. How many did I need? 15? And being very cautious because I've already fallen down there once. I don't really want to do it again. No. Up here. Blueprint designer. Encroaching others' clearance. What clearance? What? I do not at all see what you're encroaching, but okay. Quickly before it does anything. Okay, so all I want is this. Just build there, that looks fairly well centered, right? Just like that, but then delete those. Brain fart, just completely forgot how to properly spell this. Or splitter array, I don't know. Yeah, the main directory's fine. Select icon, splitters. Is that a splitter? A fancy splitter. That's a regular splitter, yes. That button. There. Now, how much time does that actually save me on all this? Probably not much. But it'll save me some. Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, it's right there. Okay. I couldn't see it with how dark it is down here. Just bonk my head a few times. Really, it's too long again. There. It did not align properly. What in the hell is going on? I didn't delete any of those. Good. That looks better. Hopefully that's the last time I actually ever have to go down there, because I don't want to do that again until I have a jetpack. But now look, if I come in here, putting it before everything, well, these can stay fairly high, I guess. Be helpful if I got all of the snap lines. Alright, let's see. Straight in, straight in, straight in, and straight in. Yay, I got them all right. Before I build this up any further, I'm going to be needing a fair amount of concrete, that's for sure. Oh boy. 67.5, eh? Just let me jump. So this is already a Mark II, and then by this point, it's a Mark III. And then there it's a Mark III, and there it should also be a Mark III. That's the concrete. No, it's 4, 6, and then 8 is 270 exactly. Okay. Good to know. Also, I think I set one of these to be the 60%. Yeah, I want that right at the beginning so that it's relatively even amounts. Plus, since they're all loading from this side. Nice. Okay, so it's 20.625. Times 2, 4, 6. Okay. So that one's gonna need to be 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. Two, 3, 3. The encased beams are at 9.375. Which, yeah, everything is Mark 1 except for this bit. And I know I haven't done up the things. I wanted to get these belts done before I just go adding more bulk, because I still need to do the bottommost one. Modular frame, 7.5. Yeah, I mean, that's not really surprising, is it? Okay, so they should all be using Mark 1 lifts. Not the damn plates again. God damn it. least I still have enough sheets to build one of these. That way I don't have to go building an Explorer instead. Because yes, that's something I've had to do before. As it turns out, they don't require sheets. Plates. Whatever. Same difference. I still might run out of plates doing this, but whatever. Nope. Go off of this, because otherwise it's going to look different to all of the other conveyors. Wouldn't want that, now would we? Okay, so I've already got those all belted up, which is nice. Where are you going? Oh, that's actually really nice. That's actually really nice. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too much in the way of resources for me. That for the moment. Still gotta do up power. Well, maybe not that far away. Do you mind, like, not existing? Being a nuisance? Sure. Then you can be a merger. Never mind, I want to bump it over a little bit further. Even if it's going to technically be clipping here. Actually, it's not. That just goes straight in. I love it. And then right here, we put Smallsome sink. Tie it into there, because why not? I think everything is staged and ready to go. So just that. That can be set to overflow. I'm not gonna let that flow. Moment. Hold on, hold off on that for a second. Let me clean up my inventory a little bit. Oh. No, wait, why have I used two? Did I not have one pre-built? Okay, I guess not. Alright, well, anyway. You are really annoying, you know that? Don't need more than that. I wish you would just disappear. Oh wait, I can do that. Couldn't walk onto the platform. It's dangerous out here, you know? Alright, well. Seems good to me. So I want what? I guess just 30. You can go on there. Because these do give back some things. Gotta wait for that to do things, but otherwise... It is gonna take a while for these to load balance properly. But you can see the first of the heavy modular frames are being made. And again, 2.813 times 9.6 is, ignore the rounding bits, right? It's 27. 27 per minute. Which is, again, the most I've ever made in a factory. Standalone factory, if not, like, as part of another manufacturing line. And it's all because I opted to go with those. You know, you don't really seem like you're producing all that much wire. Oh, well, that would be why. Never finish this. So, 45, 90, 180, 270, 360. Yeah, every now and again I mess something up like this. And then suddenly there's a bunch more wire coming out. And that increase in wire will lead to an increase in reinforced plates, which will lead to an increase in modular frames, which will lead to an increase in heavy modular frames. You done yet? Not even close. Yeah, single Mark IV belt, turns out, is not very fast. Two's a bit better. Also nice, nice textures. Oh, it even happens right there. Nice. Where are we power-wise? Okay, yeah, max consumption is officially, even, exceeding the capacity of the network even when you include the bioburners, which I haven't been doing. In fact, it's almost... it's almost 1 gigawatt above what I'm producing. Fortunately, that's max consumption, not total consumption. Unfortunately, I have all of my factories sinking into smallsum sinks, except for the one which is sinking into a regular awesome sink, because I need a regular awesome sink somewhere. So that means the factories always run. Mild problem, but part of what I can do the rest of the stream is figure out, or rather, go around, not figure out, I don't need to figure out anything, but go around and put priority power switches on all of my factories, and then I can set them up so that the less important shit gets knocked offline versus the more critical shit gets left for last. Almost done. Wait for this to finish, and then I can rehook up the regular belts, and we can move on. Regular belts, i.e., the ones that are feeding the heavy modular frames, not only into this crate, but also into the smart splitter, which feeds into a smallsum sink, because I don't want to be sinking the heavy modular frames in the meantime. I'd rather build a bit of a backlog, because that backlog won't fill up completely. If anything, this will be stuck waiting on resources to get there, because that's just how it is. It'll get better with time. Actually, I only need a Mark II because this, but I can just make it speed up a little bit faster so that the inputs are feeding. And I'm doing this mostly because I do want to take some heavy modular frames back with me, because I do have uses for them. So, just gonna let them feed in like this rather than try and get them off of the belts. Just a little bit simpler that way, you know? Alright, well, I don't want to wait around that long, so that's good enough for now. You can see I've already got a priority power switch set up here. So that is already good to go. Although the one thing I might want to do then as a result is okay, so that's coming down and going to the elevator. That's going over there. If I tie that into there, if I then tie this back to here, I can send this along the way. And then you don't attach there. And in theory, nothing's changed. Yeah. the line didn't change position at all. That way, the entirety of the factory, including the miners, is on that switch, and nothing is bypassing that. Yep. And now that I've delayed that little bit longer, don't mind if I just run back over here to quickly check and see. Yeah, that's actually way more than I was expecting, but again, 27 per minute. Basically in 2 minutes I can have a stack of 50. When it's running at full efficiency, which currently it's clearly not. Not for a lack of trying, though. It's actually backstuffing on the steel pipe, because it's having to wait for the concrete. Yeah, that's all done properly. Now I want to check things while I'm here. So in theory I should be making 198 concrete per minute. We're gonna have to wait a minute to see what this actually says. But that's alright. That seems to be the bottleneck at the moment. Of course, if I was smart, what I should have done is taken some of the concrete that I sunk and instead thrown it in the manufacturers just to hasten the backlogging and catching up of things and stuff. 195. I mean, that's close enough. It's not 100% perfect. You can see this is 198, 450. That's what's supposed to be happening. Oh. No, it is Mark II. Let me to just double check this, because Mark II, Mark II, Mark II, right? So this is producing 80, 160, 240, 320, 400. Technically could have gone further with it. Right, 240 and that. There's the issue. Jesus Christ. This is moving so slowly, it almost feels like nothing is connected up here, but it is. very slow, because it's not making that much. There. Give it a little bit of help. Case industrial beams aren't backstuffed all the way down here, but it should be good enough. That being said, it still feels like there's a lot backstuffed that isn't getting moved anywhere. Okay, so it's only producing 4 per minute. 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 34. Let's just call that 32. Plus another 8 is 40, 48, 56. And then, yeah, you're definitely a Mark II. This is actually 58, but definitely Mark IIs everywhere. I miss a Mark II somewhere? 20, 40, not quite 60. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not wanting to back stuff that quickly, I guess. Just fine. Alright, well, take another 100, why not? Now I'm gonna leave it be and get out of here. Of course, I've got this train and it's going back on this line, but it's going to be stuck on this line because I don't have any provisions for it back at the main base currently. This was just to help me get everything down here so that I could build this factory. I saw a thumbnail moment. Come on, go back. Let's try that again. There, I have a few options. Getting close to the world border. Go onto that cornermost platform over there, you're gonna find it. Outermost foundation, but unintentionally I got very close to it, but didn't quite hit it. Now I just have that corner built out because, hey look, it's the world border. Every single time. Also, just like every other single time, I really wish I didn't have to hold the damn W key. Much nicer. Where's my train cruise control without having to tell it to go to a station? Of course, if I downloaded that mod that allowed you to go over 400 kph with a with a train, it wouldn't take nearly as long. That one bulb is loaded in. I don't know exactly what more I'm going to do this stream, but I can say that if I'm going to start work on a new factory, it's probably not going to be in the next hour, because I do kind of want to go around and set up priority power switches. But also, if I do end up doing that, it's going to be the next project part, which isn't in the top right-hand corner of the screen at the moment, probably because I'm in the train. No, I'm not getting out to check. I don't feel like running to catch up with the train, and I'm not getting in the rearmost car. But it's going to be, what, modular engines, I believe? Okay, I'm kind of changing my mind, but not because I wanted to actually check the project parts. Rather, because I can dip down here. Put this on a circuit while I'm here. Where does this even connect up into the grid? I'm not going to put the coal gens onto priority power switches because they're literally powering part of the grid, so they just always are running, as far as I'm concerned. This is what goes over and connects into there. Okay. Well, let me do this first. Sure, let's just have a random power switch out here. Why not? Turn the grid on, nothing really changes, but now, there we go, and if I do that, oh look, disconnects. Okay. I'm gonna go back up to the train, which is gonna be more of a pain in the rear than it needs to be, because again, why don't I have a hover pack? Oh, you can't be useful, can you? You bastard. How do I get up there? I think it was somewhere over here I went up. By the way, no need for these lights because I'm not working on anything. Of course, I just connected that. That might have been powering up top. I hope not. Let me go make sure I didn't just disconnect power up top. Nope. It's all operating just fine. Also, this was one way to get up here. Everything's got a green light active. Even that's getting sunk. Because why wouldn't it be? Oh, please. Okay. That's not gonna work. What, I have to go up over here, I guess? And then up that way? Yeah, that's how. Of course, autosave right as I press C to do a crouch jump. Because why wouldn't it? Next break will start in about 2 minutes. Damn. That time already, eh? I can go for a minute or two longer. Maybe I can get over to the steel factory in that time. At the very least, I can talk about the break, so that I can just get that out of the way. But yeah, in just a minute, I'm going to switch over to the AFK scene and, take a few minutes to just step away from the computer, stand up, stretch, and whatever else. I'm going to run some ads during that time. It's the only time during the stream that I run ads. I don't like running them over the gameplay, but by running them while I'm not playing games, it allows me to disable pre-rolls so that there are absolutely no ads during gameplay, which is what I'm trying to ensure, basically. You can turn up at any time, and whether or not you have a sub, you don't see ads. Now, that's not entirely true, because I don't like running extra ads right at the beginning of the stream, so the first hour usually goes without it, but sacrifices need to be made, because, again, let's start up the stream and run 3 minutes of ads. Yeah, let's not. So, anyway. Short break just to get away from the computer, and when I get back, we'll continue with more Satisfactory. Like I said, I do want to get these priority power switches up and running. Once again, the lights are off on the switches, signals, which is weird, but whatever. Next stop is going to be here. This is going to be a very high priority when I eventually when I eventually do the priority system for it all, because that generates a fair amount of my power. You know, turbo fuel gens are down there, so definitely want to have that one high priority. Otherwise, yeah, let's bring the train to a stop here. And I'll just do this. So, yeah, like I said, short break. And, oh yeah, I should save the game like I usually do. There you go. When I come back, we'll continue with more Satisfactory. Debbie? Alrighty, I am back, and once again, let's just jump straight back into the gameplay, just in time for a bloody autosave. Isn't it great? Really? Like I said, I want to come down here, like I said before the break, that is. I want to come down here and... excuse me. Set up these factories. Honestly, do I even want to put this factory here on a power switch? I feel like I don't. Where does the power even come in from? Right here? I mean, I still will, but with this being power generation and a decent chunk of it at that, it's not something I really want to do, you know? Yeah, that doesn't even fit, but it fits over there. I can just toggle that on, and it's not nearly as satisfying as doing that, but you know. There we go, now it's going through there. Stop it. And I can just set that back to a Mark 1 now that I've got that dealt with. That's that entire factory. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Whoops. Yep, my frame rate just dropped coming into here because it always does. What the hell are you honking for, asshat? And do I have a power switch somewhere? Because there are two power lines coming up here. I wonder. Can I... not easily. No, of course not. Why would the game ever let me do that easily? Stop it. Temporarily. Then break that connection. And I can set that back to a Mark 1. Then this line goes off this way. Goes to right here. Whoops. Air conditioner turning off just to turn immediately back on. Seriously, love this thing. So glad that it's dumb like that. I don't know why it does it either. It just, you know, it works. But it has that energy saver mode built into it or whatever, where it turns itself off automatically when it doesn't need to, but then it does that and it just turns itself right back on, and now it's running again, like fully. It's not just the fan. Why? Yeah, so that comes down and goes to feed that. That's solely just for that. However, I do believe that there is another line that comes off down here. And there is, and this is for water pumps and everything for this. Boy, that's loud. Yeah, I believe that is any of it actually? No, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like... I think I used to be getting into some of these, but like, you can see this one's overclocked. So I think I split it out. So now these are solely providing the coal for up there, and then everything over here is to that, which again is power generation, so I'm not touching it. Asshole. Alright, well that's that area all taken care of. Back to the train. And hopefully I don't miss this jump, because that's how you die. It shouldn't be possible to miss the jump. I think missing the jump is a lot easier to do the other way around. Because look at how high I can get, and then I can even make it straight into the train. Not that big of a deal. Yeah, I think the issue with the signals is that they're coded to render based on how far away your character was, not how far away your character is. So as a result, if you hop into a train, it stops tracking where your character was for those purposes at least, and thus, if you get far enough away, the renders just disappear completely, and both circles will be completely black. Not ideal, obviously, but it is what it is. Yeah, sure, I can do a power thing here. That connects off to there, and that also, yeah, that runs back along there separately. Stupid autosave. Connect that off to there, no clipping. Connect this off to there, no clipping. That way, the power grid for the train is still maintained, but this can be controlled separately for the miners. Of course, I kind of wish I'd hopped on that train, but too little too late. Oh well, let's just go this way. I am just going to leave the other train over there, because I have no need for it at the moment. Where do you connect into the main grid? Yeah, whatever. All the way over here. I don't even know off the top of my head what this is producing. I feel like it's a project part. Gotta be the versatile framework then, because I haven't touched it. Eh, hell, why not? Yeah, the name doesn't fit on the exterior, but so what? I should check it just to be sure that actually is what it is. Yeah. That just seems to be coming off of... No, that's going over to those miners. Oh, I see. That's going off over to there. Versus that's going off over to there. Okay. Hate that. Can't change the material. Unless it's the first time you're messing with the thing. I can go off to there, and then this can go off to there. And then this would be... shorten that name just so it's on. Did I forget anything else besides that one? No. So now I can actually disconnect all of that. Everything continues working. Fucking autosave again. Yeah, this is all automated wiring, but also all of that is automated wiring, such is the amount of shit that goes into it. Where is this coming from? Oh, it's going off to that. Okay, so it's nothing. I could reclaim that, but I'm not going to. Basically, that was one of the radio tower things, and they annoyed me with how they are implemented, so I removed it. Plus, I took the heavy modular frames back. It's not all of the miners. I guess I branch off over that way as well. Looks like it. Yeah, okay. That works. Now, what did I call the south one? PC miners south. PC miners north. On. Disconnect that. And there we go. Do want to take the train. Quartz main, flip it on. There we go. Perfect timing. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this train out. Oh, who's got the block? The other one does. Of course, the other one's got the block. Now this one's gotta wait until it clears the one at the top of the hill, which it just has. Yeah, I probably could have done with not having quite as many blocks on this short route as I do. But it's fine. It does the job. It doesn't really matter that much. Also, the lighting on the water is really weird. Now where... Okay, I'm going to quickly do that, so I can then switch this over. Please turn on. There we go. Fucking autosave. God damn it. Why is it always right in the middle of my inputs? Alright, well everything over there is still generating. Granted, there's power generation on that grid, so if it has been disconnected accidentally, the machines aren't going to show it. The other thing, though, is that if it was disconnected, I would know, because the rest of the grid would probably crash. That does not look very good, that texture up there for the smoke. Especially when that happens. Oh, God. That being said, I do have a fair amount of battery backups. Damn. I tried. But yeah, no, we're still at 2650, so I did not screw any of that up. I just wanted to be very quick about it so I could take the train back. Now we get to go this way and figure out exactly where the motor power hookup is. Because I'm not sure. There were a few different ways that it hooked up in the past, so I don't know exactly which one actually connects to the grid anymore. Because that goes back to the miners. Don't worry about that sound. Okay, so that goes in. Let me look at the interactive. I haven't updated this all stream, but that's fine because I'm working with an area that hasn't been updated in forever anyway. Now, if I disable, go in and I disable belts, pins, and foundations. What am I left with? What are these? Oh, those are... Oh. So there's that grid. It's on its own grid. Grid goes out there, crosses over down here as well. Doesn't connect in anywhere, is on its own. It's load in. Okay, no. That doesn't need to load in because that's the end of the line. Then this line goes over the one that I just followed and connects up over there, like that. Okay. I need to head back the other way. I've really got the map trimmed down to just power gen at this point. It kind of looks interesting, but it's easier that way to figure out what's what. Take you, plug you into there. It's a little low, but so what? Just you, actually. And everything kept operating. Good. Good. Anything else up here in the northern end? I don't think so. There's some coal generators off the coast over there, but I'm not touching them. There's some coal generators further down the coast as well, but I'm not touching them either. Because, again, the coal gens are self-sufficient. I'm not messing with them. I've already messed with that. That's just coming off of there. Making this the factory input. So this is screws. Which are primarily here at this point for just being sunk into coupons. Stop it. Oh, turn the grid on. I was bound to do that eventually. I think this connects in over here. Somewhere. This is the factory for smart plating, mind you. 40 a minute. Turn that on. Destroy that. Everything is good. What are these called again? Reinforced plates. There we go. Being tripped offline, which is always a good sign. Where do the rotors hook in? Over here? Over here. You know, I wish it would actually turn it on when I click. That'd be really nice. Wait a minute. You're not completely separate, damn it. There. Alright, this is purely going over to here, so... Sure, why not? Okay. So this is iron plates / rods, and this is Wire slash... What even did I just type? Wire slash cable. Old autosave with the really horrible timing as usual. Alright. So that's that. Over here. I've stopped downgrading the things from Mark 1 to Mark 2, it's whatever. This is concrete main, if it'll flip on. I think that other cable that way is going off towards the, whatchamacallit, pole power. That is excessively far out of the way, but it keeps it out of the way of all of this. Okay, so right here... This is copper sheets V2, because this is the second copper sheets factory that I made, and this one's better. So and this is modular frames. They are separated, barely, those two factories. Is there anything else? I think I got pretty much everything that would need to be on its own circuit. The smart plating factory is huge. Put that away. Also give me one. I've got them in there. Don't have the plastic for it. That's fine. What do now? I'm going to take a priority power switch and put it like right here, and then tie one side of it into the grid, and then, hey look! I suddenly have access to all of this. Why? Okay, I can do that. I was gonna say, like, they're all grayed out. Does that mean I can't do anything? Okay, so... I need to look this up. Does one get higher priority or 8? Switches will start turning off automatically until the power stabilizes, starting from priority group 8. Good. I figured as much, I just wanted to verify. Nobelisk, priority group 8. You are priority group 1. Steel, I'll come back to you. PC Miners is priority group 1. Specifically because there is power generation there. Look, I want it in a certain order. There we go. So I do not want them... Anything that's power gen goes priority group 1, because we're not touching them. If it ever gets that bad, we've got major problems. Is there anything else that can... Yeah. Screws, quartz, I don't even use that. Versatile framework can get knocked offline on the first group. What's pretty important? Steel, I'd say. Iron. Copper. Like, 4 things like that. Well, like... I don't know. Things I'd rather not have go offline. They can, well, I'm gonna put these off into their own category because they're gonna be useful at some point in the not too distant future. Heavy modular frames. I mean, I'd rather not. Here, you can go under there. Name switch. Okay, so that's what happens when you do that. You can get put under there, and sure, I don't know. There's some logic to it. Don't ask me the exact logic, it's messy. But it works. Okay, so after all of that, where do we stand on tickets? It should be like 150 something? 167, even better. Just gonna go buy the rest of basically everything in here. Except for the clean pipeline. I don't want them cluttering up things because I don't really plan on using them. I could easily afford it though. Sure, let's just buy all of this shit that I'm never gonna use. Why not? And yeah, we can get that, and I don't care about all of that. 74, that's it. Still have over 100 tickets left. Not that big of a deal. And once Heavy Modular Frames back stuff, that 600,000 number is going to go up big time. What do I even have left to do? You I can easily get knocked out of the way. Motors, there we go. Oh, I was late on it. Damn! It finally happened, I got the special one! Oh, that's a rare one though. Like, really, you don't see the fist more than like once per save, typically. If even that. So... I've been waiting for that to happen this entire playthrough. So, finally happened. What do you require? Things that I don't have. I need more beams. So, funny thing, actually. They're up that away. I'm not gonna go up that away. Ow. I feel like usually I'd go this way. Which makes more sense. Damn. Yeah, I could go up over to there, or I could fail to jump. I could go up over to this train that's just sitting in the middle of nowhere. And, oh look! Encased industrial beams. I'm just gonna take all of them. More than I need. But it at least clears out that car, since I would normally use it for, like, foundations. Where am I going? I don't remember my way through this factory anymore. I've been on the opposite side of the map for too long. It's actually been back for a while, mind you. It just is visually showing up because render range and whatnot. Am I going to use that at any point? No. Probably not, no. Just... 17 out of 20. 17 out of 20, you say? No problem. Plastic is a slight problem, though. And rather than just buying some from the store, because I could totally do that and it wouldn't be that big of a deal, because again, I have over 100 tickets that I'm not going to use for much of anything. Damn it. Wait a minute. I know where I'm going. I want to go back to here. Not to the train station. I mean, the train station would get me back there, but it's a bit more of a pain in the ass versus I can literally just... Okay, hands-free. This is going to be the last thing I unlock tonight because the other two require project parts, and I think the first one even requires modular engines, which, yeah, I'm not gonna make modular engines just for that at this point in time. I'd just rather not deal with that. I'll make modular engines for that when I make modular engines in the next factory. Yeah, it still took a little bit of damage. Whatever. Pop off the rubber. Put that away, and then let's see. Take that. Where am I going? Not the way I usually do, that's for sure. If I had the train network set up a little bit differently, it might be better to take the train in some ways, but again, I'm literally not touching the keyboard or the mouse at all right now. I'm not doing anything, and yet I'm still just traveling as fast as I can through this method, at least. So, yeah, the train would be nice, but also this. Plus, there's no speeding up and slowing down. You're pretty much at top speed immediately. So there's that. Quick dismount. How many screws? I think I got the jump input in, but I'm mashing jump anyway just because. Yeah. I saw myself moving upward, so I figured as much. Okay, now that that's complete. Alright. Like I said, these other two... Oh, there's only one, because I already did this one. This requires modular engines, though. Which, no. And then literally that's it. You can see the other 6 tiers available to me are blacked out, and then here, there's no horizontal scrolling. Everything else is checked off. I would like to get this, because 5 more inventory slots is always a wonderful thing to get. But, again, those modular engines are just... Like, would I craft 250 modular engines? Of course. I've got the materials sitting around for it. It's not that big of a deal. The annoying part is I have to use manufacturers for it, and I only craft 1 per minute with a single manufacturer. Well, up to 2.5. And the automated wiring, yeah, but I've got those automated kiosk, 40 per minute. Not a big deal in the slightest. I don't have modular engines automated, which is the issue. Also, just go through here and mark things as seen because... Yeah. That's the one thing I have done this playthrough, is go through and ensure that I have all the project parts automated. Because it's just a smart thing to do. Don't think there's anything more out here. No. There is this stupid thing, though. It is decently quick, though. Whee! Why are you down there? Yeah, it's driving smoothly. I don't know. Also, handling on anything that isn't foundations is horrific with these vehicles. Just remember that. Oh, please. Thank you for the bounce, actually. Yeah, it drives fine despite the square wheels. I don't know why. It does have a horn. Kind of hard to hear. Yeah, I guess it's something about UE5 that makes it not wobbly. Also, did I not see... Oh, right, that's because you don't auto-craft it. You manually craft it and then deploy it. Thinking, I'm missing a vehicle, except right here. So I'm not actually missing it. Is there anything in here that I could do at this point as well? What are you? Supercomputers. You're also supercomputers, and you're ammo, so I don't care. So yeah, no, there's nothing more. There's other stuff, but we're not going to deal with that. The bot did say it's time for a break. Patterns, yeah, see, this is the stuff that I've never messed with before. Because... missing color cartridge. Yeah, that's why. Because color cartridges. Why on earth? Oh, you're back. Anyway, I did just want to see this real quick while I'm thinking of it. So there's the Mark 1, right? There's the Mark 2. There's the Mark 3. There's the Mark 4.1. There's the Mark 4.2. So 4.1, right, is, it's hard to see this in such rocky terrain. But the 4.1, I think, is shorter but wider. No, 4.2 is shorter but wider. The other one is taller but narrower. And then don't forget Mark 5, which is just... you need all the space in the world, right? Because, it explicitly says in the description not to use this one unless absolutely necessary. Can you figure out why? When you consider that that's a Mark 1, and then that's a Mark 5. Just... yeah. Also, there's all the versatile framework here just waiting to be belted in at any time. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. It's an hour early, but literally the one thing left to do at this point is to start on the next factory, and I really don't want to do that with an hour left in the stream, because I'm gonna get things figured out. You know, I'm gonna spend half of the next hour figuring out where I want to be and what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna start on something, and I'll come back the next time I play this and just have forgotten everything. So I'd rather just start fresh. And so rather than dick around for another hour, I'm just gonna call it here. Yeah, there is a reason, Kiosk. There's a reason why it's as small as it is, because... well, it's the same sort of reason why it explicitly says don't use the Mark 5 unless absolutely necessary. Like, seriously. Look. Please only use if you really need to. Use on own risk. Race? Do not report any issues with this designer. Do not use unless necessary. Only use at your own risk. That alone should tell you enough. I have found the Mark II, Mark III actually to be better to work with, just because you can then fit, like, 4 refineries or 4 coal gens next to each other, versus you can't do that in the Mark 1. But, you know, from what I remember, the intention with the blueprint designer is not to let you necessarily make factories from blueprints. Which is kind of like, okay. I don't understand that, because that's kind of the purpose of them to some degree, but, you know. So, yeah, there's a reason why they keep it smaller. It could be bigger, but for balancing reasons, I guess it's smaller. And also stability reasons. Anyway, I disabled everything. So, over to here. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to call it here. Not really what I want to do, but again, I just don't want to spend an hour working on the next factory when I know half of that hour is going to be, at least 20 minutes is probably going to be spent just looking at the map, being like, okay, where are the resources I need? And, where are they relatively close to one another? And how annoying is it to get a train in there? Because I do need a train station. The way that I've done modular engines and the other Phase 3 project part, the way that I've basically planned out the factories in advance, I'm using the smart plating and the automated wiring that I'm already making. So I need to be able to supply those materials to the factories, and they're not fitting in the desert because I've used the vast majority of the nodes there. There's a lot of limestone and there's some iron and copper left, but there's no coal left, there's no quartz, sulfur is only way in the south. Caterium, I think, is completely used unless you go way... Well, actually, no, there is one on the east coast, but you get my point, right? Like, there is not a lot of nodes left in the desert, and I'm running out of space short of just squeezing things in very tightly or, above other things. I've used the desert. Let's get out, explore the rest of the world, because there's plenty of space elsewhere. But yeah, that does mean a train, or probably 2 trains, potentially, or 3, given the distance that is likely to be needed. But yeah, I just don't want to start that. Had I not spent this past hour getting the priority power switches set up, then yeah, that's one thing. But I did, so let's not worry about it. And since I already closed the tab, let me just reopen it and look at something real quick. Modular engines. Obviously, there were some concerns over power generation, as I've officially built enough to be eclipsing the amount of power I'm generating currently. But between the large amount of backup power that I have on tap and the priority power switches, meaning that factories will shut off as need be to ensure the grid remains stable, I'm not that concerned about it. Plus, the modular engine factory, the way I have it set up, it needs 300 rubber per minute. That means 240 turbo fuel per minute. That also means I have to be nearby oil for the modular engine factory, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But, point is, I'm going to be making more power to offset this upcoming factory, because how much is this going to require? Almost 4,000 megawatts? How much will 240 turbo fuel make? Let's see. I'm going to need about 53 generators, and they're going to produce 8,000 megawatts. So I'm going to be producing about 4,000 extra megawatts of power, adding on to the grid, which means I'm going to offset this next factory, and I'm also going to provide power for the one preceding it. Preceding? That's before, isn't it? For the one coming after it. English. Which, again, is the other Phase 3 project part that I'm forgetting what it is. That's probably going to be even a bigger factory because I need even more automated wiring than I've already set up. Almost the same amount, so almost double what I have. Yeah. Point is, we'll get there. I do plan on doing all these factories, even if it takes me a little bit longer than it has taken me to get to this point, just so I don't burn myself out on making 2 more factories, because Heavy Modular Frames was a big undertaking as it was. So I don't want to overdo it. But yeah, It's going to happen. And that's all I can guarantee you of Update 8 on stream. Or just in general, even from my point of view. We'll see. I only promised through Phase 3 because Phase 4 is endgame at this point, and let's be real. You only automate the project parts in Phase 4 if you really, really want to. So I'll probably play a little bit into it if I'm still feeling it at that point, but otherwise, forget about it. Alright, all of that said, as for the next stream, it's not Assetto, most likely. If anything, actually, it's coming up in discussions again. There's discussions once again of rescheduling FNR to no longer be FNR because it would work better for people. However, the current proposed time would be so late in the afternoon on Saturday that it basically excludes me completely from competing, which I'm not okay with. So there's a chance that FNR could return and I won't, which, yeah, not okay with that, but I am but one person, so if it works better for other people, then I get shafted and that's that. Hopefully it doesn't, but yeah. Anyway, Assetto, in case what I just said wasn't obvious enough, it's taken a bit of a break again. We don't know when it's going to come back properly, if at all. But yeah, it's a very busy time of year right now in terms of how many different games are releasing, and well, apparently the games are good enough, not the new Forza, but the other games are good enough to keep people's attention for a while, so. Friday night, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll get back on the PS3 for some stuff. It's not going to be more Satisfactory, though. I don't want to deal with it this week. So, I don't know. We'll see. Other than that, that's going to do it for the stream. I am going to run some ads on the way out, as I usually do. If you don't want to stick around for them, that's fine. But, again, for most of this month, a lot of people are going to have subscriptions. So if you got a sub to the channel, it'd be nice if you'd stick around, right? Just keep the tab open in the background or something. You shouldn't see any ads, but I still get the kickback from it. It's nothing, basically, but it's something over time, you know, enough people do it. It does add up. And $1 here or there can make a difference. So yeah, do as you wish, though. It's at the end. So if you don't want to stick around, well, that's why it's at the end. Don't have to. Anyway, yeah, I'm out of things to talk about. So, that's going to do it for me tonight. Thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you next time. Later.